spots available. So with open spots at the back, it didn't make sense to have these two guys sit out. They will not have qualifying heat races for tonight's feature. The top 8, as Greg mentioned, top 8 laps in this race will get to redraw for the top 8. Everybody else will file in at the back for the second feature tonight.
And one other car, Eric McGlone in the 6M, tagging onto the rear of the field as well. So 17 cars set to take the green flag here. Double greens in the hands of starter Kyle McKenzie, and we come to life off of turn number 4.
Strickland GMC crate sprint cars under power with Holly Porter leading them down the backstretch. Josh Shantz right there in second in one of the biggest, if not the biggest, crate sprint car feature we've seen here at Strickland Speedway.
17 cars make it through the opening 4 corners with Holly Porter, the race leader in the number 1 machine. Josh Shantz running second, Aaron Turkey third, Ryan Hunsinger fourth, and the number 55 machine of Thorne running in the 5th spot, and caution on the Speedway car around in turn number 2.
Eric McGlone goes around over in corner number 2 in the 6M. So that will bring out the caution on lap number 1 of 15 here for the Strickland GMC crate sprint car division. So again, these cars without starters in them, they are direct drive right off the back of the motor. They do require a push start, whereas in other divisions, oftentimes a car will come to a stop. They're able to get under power on their own. So we will bring the push vehicle out. And also troubles for Jesse McDonald up in corner number 4. He's the current point leader coming into tonight. And Clayton, you look at the point standings. Jesse McDonald, the rookie, leading the points. 2 points up on teammate Aaron Turkey. 4 points up on Ryan Hunsinger. 9 points up on Brad Herron. Then he's only 11 points up on Holly Porter and 13 points up on Josh Shantz. Top 6, 13 points apart. We've only got 3 features after this one left this season.
Yeah, 13 points among 6 drivers means it's really anybody's race among those top 6 cars, which makes tonight such a big event. You got to keep your stuff in order here in this first feature in order to make sure you have a shot at this second one. And Shantz has been a driver that's picked up a couple of feature wins already this year in that number 18 machine, and so he's very much alive. Although he sits 6th in the standings, that's really just a number at this point because anything could change here on a night's notice.
Well, this is a huge deal. The point leader going to the pit area, being pushed in the 88, Jesse McDonald, the rookie driver, 2 points up on teammate Aaron Turkey, and this is here back to the green flag. 1 lap on the board, the orange cone down to the front stretch. Cars must stay single file past that cone on the restart. Once they get clear, they can pass for position as the green goes back in the air.
Holly Porter brings the field back to life, takes the bottom lane through turns 1 and 2. Shantz following suit in the number 18 machine. On the move is Aaron Turkey. He's coming after Shantz down the back, ready for the second spot. And car around to the top of turn number 2 is Davey Boughton.
Yeah, Davey Boughton will loop it around and bring the yellow right back out as we are unable to complete another lap. So 1 lap remains on the board, 14 to go, but Davey Boughton looping the 18X around up in corner number 2. Still to come, we have the Thunderstock B main, Sprint Car B main.
Getting set to come back to green, Greg, with Holly Porter and Josh Shantz, the top 2 drivers. Green flag from the hand of starter Kyle McKenzie. And we'll work here on lap number 1 one more time.
Porter leads, Shantz in second, side by side for third. Second place in points, Aaron Turkey third right now, but he's got the gunslinger fighting on the bottom, and here comes Mike Thorne, Mikey Bobby into the mix.
Thorne around the outside of Hunsinger for that 4th spot into turn number 1. Now Hunsinger has to get on the brakes to avoid contact with Turkey's number 68. That's going to cost them 2 spots. He falls back to 5th, and now Mac DeMan's right there trying to get into the top 5.
Holly Porter right now a rocket ship pulling away from the field over Josh Shantz. Right now the differential between them 1.5 seconds as it's a bee's nest in behind her. Shantz, Thorne, Turkey. Thorne has been the man on the move as he works to the outside of Shantz.
Thorne coming after the second position, but Josh Shantz holds it at the line for the moment. Aaron Turkey lost a couple of positions last time through turns 1 and 2. Much better that time. Holds the 4th position over Ryan Hunsinger, who's under siege now from Mac DeMan. Still trying to get into the top 5, but still side by side for second between Shantz and Thorne.
Thorne right on that right rear tire of Josh Shantz down in corner number 1, trying to get that Burger Barn car to second, and he does as Shantz slipped up just a little bit in corner number 1. So put Mikey Bobby to the second spot. Mike Thorne right now trying to set his sights on leader Holly Porter.
Meanwhile, Holly Porter has hit the cruise control button with a full full straightaway advantage over Thorne's number 55, with 3 cars battling for the 3rd position now as Shantz holds onto it over the 68 of Turkey, and caution on the speedway, while point leader Jesse McDonald around the bottom of turn 2.
So Jesse McDonald's night, not the start that he wanted second time. He has problems. He loops it around down in corner number 2 with 6 on the board and 9 to go in this one. And this is exactly what Mike Thorne wanted in that Burger Barn Ace 1 construction. Monday night, August the 22nd, qualifying at 7, main event 8 p.m. for the Outlaw Super Late Models. FlamboroSpeedway.ca for the Gold Rush. Possibility 1 driver walks away with 10 G's to win. Green flag back in the air.
Good start for Holly Porter in the number 1 machine. She takes the bottom through turns 1 and 2. Thorne up to the top side. He'll hold on to the second spot. Top 2 drivers pulling away from the rest of the field. Josh Shantz fending off Aaron Turkey for the 3rd spot. And now Mac DeMann into the mix. They're 3 wide off of turn number 4 for the 3rd spot.
Yeah, good battle there. Mac DeMann, as Clint said, has 4 feature wins this year. He's looking for number 5, working on the back end of Josh Shantz as Aaron Turkey has worked by him. And another problem up in corner 1 and 2. The yellow flag will fly again.
This time it's Paul Valentine that gets his signals crossed in that number 9 machine in the middle of turns 1 and 2. See him correcting the wheels, getting them pointed back in the right direction.
So make sure you check that one out over at Flamborough Speedway.
So coming back to green, 7 laps are down, 8 laps to go in this first of 2 crate sprint car feature events. Holly Porter on the loud pedal, and we come back to full speed.
Porter leads him down in corner number 1. Now this is the chance that Mike Thorne wanted. He's got the leader in his sights. Can he use that outside to his advantage? Meanwhile, back a couple of spots, Turkey and DeMann get around the gunslinger.
Now Sean Evans coming after, Jerry Hill in the 49. Sean Evans right behind him, coming past the gunslingers number 43 H machine. He's going backwards through turns 1 and 2, and now Heron's around in the middle of turns 1 and 2, trying to keep his foot on it. He'll come to a stop, and the yellow flag is going to come back out on this crate sprint car feature. Having some trouble with turns 1 and 2. Looked like Heron just went around all on his own. Not sure if he locked up the
Libya out of SpeedwaySpeedway.net. Hopefully Tommy Googe is watching with us as well at home, recovering.
He's either watching that or Dora the Explorer, one of the 2.
She's probably more exciting than us, Clayton.
At some points. Green is back out for Holly Porter and Mike Thorne. Top 2 drivers going at it here into turns 1 and 2. 3 wide for the 3rd spot off of turn number 2. Give that spot to Josh Shantz. Porter leads the field into turn 3.
3 wide for that 3rd spot as Turkey tried to jam it in low on the 18 of Shantz. He'll tuck back in line with Holly Porter, your leader, Mike Thorne. 2nd, 3rd right now is Mac DeMann.
DeMann up to that 3rd position now. Shantz trying to hold off Turkey for the 4th position as Holly Porter comes back to the line. Gets the big high five from Kyle McKenzie. 5 laps to go. Thorne up on the top side of the racetrack. DeMann follows suit. Looks like Holly Porter prefers the bottom side of the speedway though.
Here comes Holly Porter off of corner number 4. Your leader on lap number 11. 4 laps left to go with Mike Thorne sitting in 2nd, but now he's feeling the heat from Mac DeMann, who makes a charge on the bottom side down the backstretch.
DeMann to the inside of Thorne in turn number 3. They race side by side off the corner. DeMann has the position here with 3 laps to go, but Holly Porter is getting away in that number 1 machine. Last time by, her advantage was 2.7 seconds.
Now Holly Porter's had this one from the drop of the original green flag, but 2 to go. She'll lead them down into corner number 1. Mac DeMann solidly in 2nd. Mike Thorne running in 3rd. 4th is Aaron Turkey, and 5th right now is the battle on the track. Sean Evans and Josh Shantz wheel to wheel.
White flag for Holly Porter. Just has to hit her marks. 4 more turns of the wheel. She takes it off of turn number 2, nice and clean. A couple of cars in front of her, but should have a clean track through to the finish. Through turns 3 and 4 for the final time. She gets around the number 9 of Paul Valentine. Checkered flag waves for Holly Porter. Mac DeMann 2nd, a battle for 3rd off of turn number 4. Give it to Aaron Turkey ahead of Mike Thorne, and Sean Evans steals away the final spot in the top 5 from Josh Shantz. An entertaining final 6 or 7 laps from the GMC crate sprint cars. So again, going to speak to our feature winner, Holly Porter, at the conclusion of the 2nd Strickland's GMC Crate Sprint Car feature here this evening. And you see McDeman alongside her, offering her congratulations.
Well, fans, let's hear it for the girl. Holly Porter just laid one on the boys here. And we'll get a chance to talk to her in a little bit. As Clayton said, at the end of the second feature, we'll bring them both out. We have a few more events to go before our autograph session.
Number, please go to the base of the flag stand to claim that prize. $2,400. You have to go to the base of the flag stand to claim that prize. One more trip around the park here before we will turn the Strickland's GMC Crate Sprint Cars loose for their 15-lap feature event. White flag from Kyle McKenzie, green flag next time by.
Thank you very much for joining us tonight. Clayton did a great job here filling in for Tommy. Hopefully Tommy's able to make it back next week, but I appreciate you filling in on late notice.
Not a problem. Happy to be here. And always happy to be able to take in a show here at Ohsweken, and to be a part of it makes it even that much more special.
Less work for me. Thank you.
Now you have to come do me a return favor here in a couple of weeks.
Final feature of the night. Kyle McKenzie's got the double greens in hand. Let's send him loose. The Strickland GMC Crate Sprint Cars.
17 cars taking the green flag. McDeman is the top car, though, as they rumble off of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. He's got Sean Evans on the Rio Chain tank of the Lucas Oil number 4. Coming off of turn number 4 to complete lap number 1 will be the full sitter McDeman.
McDeman has been the man in car number 4 feature wins this year. And if it weren't for the problems with the motor at the start of the year, he could very well be the point leader. He's out in front commanding this one, but here comes first feature winner Holly Porter making a run on second.
Holly Porter ducked to the inside of Sean Evans for the second spot, lost the position at the line, and now has it back off of turn number 2. Holly Porter to second in the number 1.
So McDeman, your leader, Holly Porter. Oh, she clipped the wall down in corner number 3. That upset the car. Sean Evans is right there ready to pounce.
Josh Shantz in the mix as well in that 4 spot, and Aaron Turkey completing the top 5 right now. Grant Heron and Mike Thorne racing side by side for 6. Heron has the spot into turn number 3, but McDeman still the race leader on lap 4, and car is stopped up in turn number 2. I believe that's the 6M of McGlone.
Eric McGlone will bring out the caution in corner number 2 in the 6M machine. And if you have that number, you can claim it up at Styres Gas Bar. As the crew is headed up there now, so if you have the winning 50-50 number, please go to Styres Gas Bar.
Green flag set to come back out here on the Crate Sprint Car feature. McDeman leads the field past the pylon. Great restart for Holly Porter, and they'll go wheel to wheel into turns 1 and 2. DeMan has the top spot momentarily, but Porter coming at him on the bottom. Side
by side, the top 2 going at it. The winningest driver and the most recent winner going at it, and Holly Porter comes out on top on lap number 4.
Porter leads the field through turns 1 and 2. DeMan trying to take the lead back, but falls back by about 3 car lengths as they reach turn 3.
And trouble's up in corner number 2. Mark Zuboff will loop the 0-0 around. That will bring up the caution flag another time. With 4 on the board. 11 to go in this one. Holly Porter, she won the first feature on the night, looking to go back to back. That'll make your job easier. Victory lane, Clayton. 1 interview for 2 winners.
Green is back out, and Porter did a good job getting to the bottom of the speedway. Opens up a 5-car length advantage over McDeman down the back straight into turn number 3. Sean Evans maintains the 3rd spot, and then there's 3 cars battling for the 5th spot. Teammates Aaron Turkey, Jesse McDonald got sideways in front of Mike Thorne's number 55, but everybody stayed straight and avoided contact.
Yeah, that could have been a big problem. Now there's a caution for Paul Ballantyne in the 9 car. He brings out the caution in corner number 3. 5 on the board and 10 to go here in our final feature of the night. Again, we thank you for your patience. Again, a long evening, a bunch of double features to run.
It's a way of life, that's for sure.
I'm a lot older than you too, though. Well, Holly Porter now has McDeman and Sean Evans back there in the 3rd spot. Sean Evans looking for his first feature win. Very strong tonight in that Ackland Insurance number 87X. Single file past the restart cone. Holly Porter gets on the fun pedal, and we're back on it.
Porter goes to the bottom one more time. Demand back to the top, but not enough momentum to take the lead away from Holly Porter that time off of turn number 2. She'll lead the field through 3 and 4 one more time. Bobbled the car there at the corner exit, but holding on to the lead with 6 in the books is Holly Porter. 9 laps to go for the driver, the number 1.
Looking for back-to-back wins all on the same night. How big would this be for Holly Porter in car number 1? This time by will come by to complete lap number 7. The next trip around will be halfway.
Side by side for the final spot in the top 5 are Mike Thorne and Jesse McDonald, the point leader entering tonight's competition. Thorne holding serve on that spot as they go down the back straight and into turn number 3. Now here's Aaron Turkey going after Sean Evans for 3rd.
Troubles for Alex Schutz in that Insulthane number 5. He slowed up, now gets the car back under power as we remain going. Now the caution is going to fly for Aaron Turkey, who is sideways in corner number 2. Just past the halfway point, Aaron Turkey brings out the caution. Sorry.
And that was Greg all by his lonesome. Won the very lonely number. Aaron Turkey getting turned around there in turn number 2. And that was something that a few of the drivers had discussed prior to tonight, was how different the track conditions would be from their first feature race of the night at the beginning of the evening, when typically there's a lot more moisture in the track, to the way.
And things will really be jumbled up after tonight. I'm interested to see how the point standings will shake out heading into the last 2 weeks of competition. Top 6, 13 points apart, as we mentioned a couple of times earlier on tonight. And these 2 features, I couldn't even tell you who's going to be the point leader by the end of this. Holly Porter has done herself a huge favor already with 1 win. She was the one in 6th place coming into tonight. She could come out as the point leader.
Green is back out from the hand of starter Kyle McKenzie. McDeman got a much better start that time in the number 4 machine. Goes to the outside of Porter in turn number 2. Porter will lead down the back straightaway though.
Porter, your leader. McDeman in second. Jesse McDonald takes over the 3rd spot from Sean Evans, the point leader coming into tonight, trying to gain some valuable points after struggling in that first feature event tonight.
Evans now trying to hold off Mike Thorne for that 4th position. They race into turn number 3 as Porter is still the race leader. Gets a high 5 from starter Colin McKenzie. 5 to go.
So the leader stretching her advantage over McDeman, who's now beginning to feel a little bit of heat from Jesse McDonald. Sean Evans hanging there in 4th. Mike Thorne has had a good night as well. He's up there in the top 5. Now here comes the gunslinger to the inside of the 55 of Mike Thorne.
Hunsinger trying to take away that 5th position. The only side-by-side battle at the moment inside the top 5. He'll relinquish and fall back to the 6th position as Porter comes to the line this time. 3 laps to go as 12 are in the books for Holly Porter.
Porter's hooked up. She gained another 0.2 of a second that time by. So McDeman is going to need another caution and hope for a good restart if he has anything for Holly Porter. 2 laps to go.
3/4 of a mile left, and now car around in turn number 2. That is the 51 of Brent Weller. Spun at the top of turn number 2. And you mentioned the C word, Greg, and there is the yellow. That a couple of drivers back to green for the final 2 laps. With Holly Porter, your race leader, trying to sweep tonight here with the Strickland GMC crate sprint cars. McDeman. And tonight, the point leader entering tonight's race, Jesse McDonald, restart in the 2nd and 3rd positions respectively. Caution lights are out. Green flag set to bring the field back to life. 2 more trips around the speedway for Holly Porter. She hits the loud pedal, and we go back green.
As the field goes single file past the cone, 2 laps to go. McDeman makes a charge in the outside line, but very quickly loses grip in corner 2, and Porter pulls away.
Porter with a bobble though in turn number 4, able to hold on to the handle in the number 1 machine. She takes the white flag now. 1 more trip around the park for Holly Porter.
Trying to make it back to back and on the same night. Started 6th in points. She's going to work her way up the ladder tonight with a big win with the Strickland GMC crate sprint cars. Holly Porter gets the win. McDeman is 2nd. Jesse McDonald 3rd. 4th is Sean Evans. And 5th will go to Mike Thorne. Clayton Johns will head down to Mobile One Victory Lane and talk with your winner, Holly Porter, who sweeps tonight's Crate Sprint Car feature events. Our final race of the evening as Clayton Johns will trucks are here. Don't forget, bring the kids back for the Monster Trucks on September the 9th. And that will lead us into Canadian Sprint Car Nationals weekend. Let's go down trackside. Clayton Johns down on Mobile One Victory Lane.
Thank you, Greg. Holly Porter unbuckling from the DADS #1 for the second time this evening. She is out of the car, ladies and gentlemen. She can hear you. Make some noise for your feature winner for the second time this evening, Holly Porter. A well-deserved pair of feature wins. We'll let her pull the safety gear off here and get a word with her in Mobile One Victory Lane. Holly out of the car. We can grab a quick word in with her in front of the winning race car here this evening. Getting congratulations here from second and third place finishers Mac DeMann and Jesse McDonald. Holly, an awesome run for you guys tonight. Obviously, a number of drivers were concerned having to run two features in one night, but you guys certainly made the best of it here tonight with a clean sweep.
Yeah, we had an awesome night. I can't thank my sponsors enough, and my crew. They worked really hard. We had some engine troubles at the start of the year, and we finally figured it out, and it's paying off now.
Yeah, clearly things are clicking well for you guys. How different was the track, or how much did you have to adapt to the track from the first race to the second one?
The track is drastically different. It's not nearly as tacky as it was the first race, but we made the right changes to the car, and here we are.
Clearly things worked in your favor. I'm sure there's a couple people you'd like to thank for this awesome night for the #1 team.
Yeah, I'd like to thank my crew first off. They work hard. My family, all my sponsors, Discount Auto Parts and Service, Tommy's Motors, Stonehouse, A&A Sanitation, Velocity Signs, and Fastenal.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. One final round of applause for your feature race winner on 2 occasions tonight, Holly Porter. We'll grab Mac DeMann around in front here, grab a quick word in here with our second place finisher. Mac, you guys battled through some problems earlier this year, but ever since, this car has been hooked up in a couple of good, strong runs here tonight and finishing second here this evening. Obviously, things are going well now.
Yeah, going well, but everyone likes to win. But congrats to Holly grabbing 2 feature wins tonight. It's good for her and her team. They've also had some motor struggles and stuff this year, so definitely a good run for us. Can't thank the Barr family enough for getting this car prepped every week and giving me a fast hot rod to come out here and have some fun. I want to thank all these awesome fans for staying here and watching our feature. Thank you guys and the whole Autism Foundation and everyone and Jibs, just everyone who helps this track out. And come back next week, bring your friends, and I thank my sponsors, Lucas Oil and Centerline Elevator, Advance Racing, Oakwood Transport, RVC, Amanda Green, and Harry Wilson at Remax. Thanks, everybody.
Mac DeMann, your second place finisher in the final Crate Sprint Car feature of the night. And finally, a word with our third place finisher, Jesse McDonald, who looked like he might have had a rough night there to start at one point and comes away with a podium finish here in race #2. That's a pretty good way to finish tonight, I imagine, for this number 88 team.
Yeah, no, it wasn't a rough night. It was a great night. Just pulled off all my tear-offs, and I looped it in the first feature. That was kind of my fault. But the car itself ran amazing. We got the points lead, so I'm just trying to finish consistent. It's all I can really do.
Obviously, a good run for you guys here tonight. To help with that points lead, who would you like to thank?
Well, I want to thank all the fans for sticking around. You guys are awesome. I looked over here on our heat race, and I was like, wow, this place is packed. This is awesome. But I got to thank dmstyres and Styres Racing. I got to thank this guy right here, my crew chief. He's amazing. I got to thank Dylan Westbrook, my dad, everybody that's helped. It's just been a team effort all year, and couldn't have done it without him.
There you have it. Jesse McDonald is your third place finisher in the final crate sprint car feature of the night. That will do it for us here down trackside. We'll send it back upstairs to Greg Callan. My name's Clayton Johns. We'll see you next time.
Thank you very much, Clayton. Thank you, everyone, for joining us here tonight. A great night, a late night, but we thank you for sticking it out. And we got to see a lot of great racing here tonight. Plenty of feature action, 8 features in total. And we thank you, and we thank the good folks from MMBO Direct Marketing for Kids Race and the Canadian National Autism Foundation. And a big tip of the cap to the good folks at Jibs Action Sports for bringing us tonight's racing action. Don't forget, next Friday night, 7:30 start time, the Art Hill Memorial for the HRW Automotive Mini Stocks. Regular card of racing for all the other divisions, plus the Duel in the Dirt for the Thunderstock, 7:30 start time. Make sure you're here. Tell a friend. OshweekanSpeedway.com for more information. So on behalf of the ownership, the staff, the officials, everyone that makes this show possible, and on behalf of my co-announcers, Clinton Jeffrey and Clayton Johns, my name is Greg Kellan saying so long. We'll see you right here next Friday night.